Hey everyone, it's Synth Designer back again with another video. Today we are continuing our series on Music Mondays, and we are just going to get into a topic that I believe strongly about. If you're not familiar with the series, I really just give some advice, direction, and my thoughts on different aspects of the music industry and producing, etc. This is a little bit different than my usual videos. I don't give any sound design or specific sound design advice or music writing advice. I just like to chat a little bit and get the community involved. If you have any comments, as always, please leave them down below. Today, I want to talk about the idea that you don't have to reinvent the wheel to make great music. And this is especially true for beginners. I think we've all been there where we feel like we need to be unique. We need to produce something incredible, something never heard before. When in reality, some of the best music out there, and it could be electronic or otherwise, really keeps it simple and just does those simple things very, very well. I mean, go back to something like Joni Mitchell just playing her acoustic guitar and singing. Go to something like The Weeknd, very simple chord progressions, very simple sounds, but very effective, great voice. And this will continue on through indefinitely. Those were two very random examples, but think of a lot of electronic music these days. It really is very simple. It has simple chord progressions. Now, what they do well is that they've mastered how to make the most out of every sound, how to really create great atmospheres, and just make everything unique sound around it, right? You could have the same four chords playing over and over. Oftentimes, we don't even have differentiations between like a bridge section or a chorus. You can just play the same chords over and over, but they could be great songs. Some may disagree and say that they're not really pushing the envelope, but you can see how popular they are, and obviously they're getting through to people. Now, what I want to say today is that as a beginner, or just a bedroom producer if you're a little bit more advanced, stop trying to reinvent what music is and start trying to focus on the simplicity of things and make those really good and make them as good as you can possibly make them. Focus on individual aspects, whether it's drums, bass, pads, melodies, whatever it is. Make those as good as you can, and don't worry about trying to make the best sounds, the most unique sounds, the most unique or strange chord progressions. You don't need to do that for every song, and I can guarantee you, you will start writing more songs and completing more projects if you keep them simple. Try to find a song you like, a simple one, and then try to recreate it. Simple as that. Don't even bother trying to pretend like you're creating your own song. Try to recreate some sounds or some drums, whatever you want to do, and see how simple they really are. You'll be surprised at how many songs have one chord progression that lasts throughout the song, or one sound that lasts throughout the song, maybe some variations, but you shouldn't be caught up in trying to make everything as unique as possible, because you'll find that despite the fact that unique is good, a lot of songs don't have all unique properties. They'll use a similar kind of base setting to the songs, and then they will add unique aspects to it, right? They may even use the same samples as other artists, which is, a little bit of a dicey situation. But, we're talking about drums, for example. It really doesn't matter if you're using very similar drum sounds. It's about creating the patterns you want and creating kind of the atmosphere around that. What they do well as great artists is they will add unique sounds on top of things, but the base layer of things, so your drum progressions, your bass sounds, your pads, etc., those have a very simple sound to them oftentimes, and you don't need to overcomplicate things. And this applies as well to sound design. I think a lot of people want to have the absolute most unique sounds, where some of the best artists, the biggest artists now, are using very simple sound design. Back to something like the 80s, the 80s kind of revival sounds. They used analog sounds with simple wave shapes that could be very effective. I mean, just take a look at this bass sound I have here from Synthwave Essentials Volume 4. Very kind of popular, common synthwave bass, only uses a saw and a square. And I can guarantee you, we don't have to look far into this preset pack, and you'll find more of these. More bass sounds with simple sound design. And we could even get into keys with very simple sound design. Very effective, very simple, and you know that they're going to work well in something like synthwave or synth pop sounds. And the same principles could be applied to a lot of different genres. You don't have to reinvent all new sounds. Now, think about it this way. When you're writing a song, maybe add 1 or 2 unique elements to each song. Keep things like the majority of it simple and see what you could do with it. Especially as a beginner, you want to focus on writing and completing projects. So keep things simple and maybe add a little touch here and there that really makes you stand out. Work on one sound from that song that's not yours, or add some sample that's really unique. And I guarantee you'll be able to complete more projects and you'll still sound unique in the end. So that's it, but what do you think of this topic? Do you find yourself trying to be too unique sometimes and wasting time on finding the perfect sound or maybe the perfect drum loop that really is just slowing you down? Please let me know down in the comments, and if you have any topics you want me to discuss on these Music Mondays, let me know as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.